Hello, everyone. This is Reggie Insurance Fellow. We're keeping Carolina families covered. And September 2024 is Life Insurance Awareness Month. So that will be the purpose of our broadcast today. It's important to have insurance. We have different things that happens to take care of ourselves, to take care of our families. I'm probably going to share some things perhaps that you didn't know, um, as far as as far as how this came to be. The thing that's important is that every September, the industry led by Life Happens comes together to sponsor this important thing called Life Insurance Awareness Month. It's designed to educate consumers about life insurance and its roles in protecting families in terms of financial security. So that is the reason that it's done, and there's reason that it's celebrated. And I think it's very important for people to know that. I want to provide you some facts and figures that you probably weren't aware, but that will probably help you and to being able to shape your decision and to be able to shed light on why life insurance is very, very important. Now, January 2024, 51% of consumers that reported owning life insurance for some reason. That's down from over 10 years ago. So you have less people who have insurance now than before. There's more. Um, as I'm looking at my statistics here, these are things that I want you to share. I want to share with you. And if you want to research this for yourself, you can look at limra.com. This is where all these facts and figures are from. They're very good. They're instrumental in the insurance industry, but they keep valuable statistics that help us understand the importance of life insurance. Among life insurance owners, 22% say they don't have enough coverage. That can be a very critical thing with a family. It's one thing to have coverage. It's another thing to really know what you have and to know what it's for. And sometimes being underinsured can be just as detrimental as not having any coverage at all. But we'll go into that in a little more detail. Let's share some more statistics. Black and Hispanic Americans report a higher need for life insurance protection than other groups, with 49% of Black Americans saying they need more life insurance, and Hispanic groups saying the same. Life insurance is for all people, but any group can be affected when they don't have enough coverage. So it's definitely more important. It just tends to affect these particular groups more um, than anyone else. A record high proportion of American adults. Check this out now. Check this out. We got about 330 million people within the United States, roughly. And I know that population keeps growing every day. Current statistics, they say 42% of the population, excuse me, as you can tell, this is live. 42% of the population say they need more life insurance. We got a lot of people walking around that need it or need more, or they recognize they need more of what they have. Here's some other statistics that I think may be of more value. Just 40% of LGBTQ communities say they own life insurance. That is considerably lower than the general population. I bring that up to say this. All people should be able to get insurance should they need it or want it. Okay? We want to make sure that that's done. But if you look at this particular community, this tends to be three financial concerns of the LGBTQ community plus. It's no different than any other community. Want to have enough money to have a comfortable retirement, being able to save enough money for an emergency fund, being able to support themselves if something happens where they're unable to work or to be able to support their family due to an illness or injury. You will find that, and we're going to move on to another area. Women are less likely than men to own insurance. I'm just going off statistics here. Just 46% of women own insurance compared to 57% of men. The gender, it used to be that it was more even, but the divide has grown larger as the years have gone by. Among life insurance owners, a slightly higher percentage of men say they own life insurance obtained through an employer than women. We raise awareness because it's needed by everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, what your orientation is, what you look like. We all need this type of coverage. Now, we all know that social media is heavily used in terms of researching life insurance. In 2024, 59% of Americans they reported that they use some form of social media to get information about insurance or financial topics. YouTube and Facebook was usually the top two that was researched the most. In the top two generations, you guessed it. Think about it. The most technologically advanced of all the generations, millennials and Generation Z. Generation Z, 84% use social media, and millennials use 75% of all millennials use social media to find out information about this. So social media is heavily used today, and it's good because you can research for yourself and you can get the right information and to be able to make an intelligent and informed decision to reach your needs. A lot of what I shared with you came from Limra and Life Happens, and these are the people who originated Life Insurance Awareness Month. Being in the insurance industry, I want to do my part to help raise awareness and be able to help families in whatever way that I possibly can. I know on my social media platforms, periodically, I'm coming up and I'm telling people and making people aware of coverage and why it's important to do it because we have to make sure that anyone that needs or wants coverage should be able to get it. And I think that's what's fundamentally important. Think about it. You have family that lose a loved one, they got to be able to get coverage. If you've got a home and you've just got that home and you've got a long time before it's paid for, how are you going to take care of that should something happen? Let's also look at some other things. Say you own a business and you're in partnership with someone. How would you take care of the expenses of that business should a key person um, decede or something happens where they can no longer work? So whether it be so that you can either buy the business or be able to make sure that you don't go under because of something that happens. People have worked hard for what they have. They got to look at how to um, make the most of what they've earned, how to move their how to make the most of their retirement, or look at retirement planning and structure it to see what it looks like. Um, a lot of people in different professions, they got to look at that, and so I've got news in terms of, and even I understand that for myself. Social Security is very good, but it was never ever intended to be a sole retirement plan, but it is for some. And but you got to understand, and we try to, and my role is to help educate people in understanding that we have to take a more active role in terms of what kind of retirement that we want to look like, because let's look at it. By the time, and I'm on the um uh I was born on the tail end of Generation X. By the time my group becomes eligible for Social Security benefits, they're going to be millions more eligible than there were before. Got to ask yourself, how are they going to cover all these people? How are they going to allow how people will be able to get into the benefit? I'm going to tell you. We have to take a more active role in being able to take care of our families, whether it's just getting through a basic policy to be able to make sure our loved ones are taken care of, whether you own a business and you want to make sure that business is able to continue, whether we look at the different things that you'll be able to make the money that you work for you, and to have it when you need it at the time that you need it the most. All of this is encompassed under life insurance awareness and why it is so important to make sure these things are are done. I'm going to leave you with this. When I go around, I talk to people, I explain it in the most simplest of terms. Why do people need insurance? If you have something to lose and you cannot afford to pay for the loss, that is the reason that people get insurance. It's that simple. If you that's it's just as simple as that. Or if you hear the term transfer of risk, and that's an insurance term, but that's what that is. But on the individual or family level, is to make sure that people understand and get that peace of mind, and they can rest well at night knowing something is in place to take care of their loved ones. And that's the best reason to do it. This is Reggie, Insurance Fellow. We're keeping Carolina families covered. I am an insurance professional, financial professional, and I'm licensed in currently North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. And that list is growing and expanding, and looking forward to helping more and more people. I hope that this was informative. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and there will be more of these forthcoming. Thank you and have a great day.